really ready to go.
Okay, Cicely! Okay, Cicely! Okay, Cicely!
Take me by the hand, 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 he, him, they, them, he, him, they, them, some people just call me Fluffy. Me by the hand. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, what the fuck is he wearing? It's not Halloween. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man,
Okay, Cicely!
ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, my God, I'm bending the head. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my God, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, hey darling, you can smile more. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, that's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yad, 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 yad. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yad, 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 yad. It's really ready to go. Here's some Hollywood horse bitch. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man,
Okay, Cicely!
ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, I'm gonna make wad your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my God, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man,
So fucking crazy!
ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck off! Fire, fire, big pants, flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. Choose play. It's oh look, what a coincidence! God damn, I hate this day. I can't say the word tampon. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda. Twat waffle! That's all you fucking are! Twat waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! You take everything we love and you just can't help! Shovel! You are dog shit! Fucking crap! Ideology into single solitary fucking thing! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good Hanukkah, good Chris, good Ramadan, good Yom Kippur, good Diwali, good. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Tea with Az. I'm your host, as always, as how are we all doing? How has Christmas been for all you lot, all you lovely peoples? Was it good, Crimbo? Was it fat, Crimbo? Was it middling Crimbo? What was it like? What was the Crimbo like for you? As you know, this Christmas I've all by myself, due to some circumstances beyond my control. I unfortunately have had Christmas on me Billy this year, and I've got my door open. You can't tell, but it got me door open because I've got a delivery coming. So I've got to make sure that I don't miss it. I don't miss it. And if you watch the baby steps stream that I did earlier in the week, the pad has been replaced, and as a punishment, I actually decided to replace the pad, the controller, with a pink one. Pink pad punishment. Where's Chatsmon? Chatsmon's across the pond. You know, she's across the waters. She's over in Papua New Korea, Japan, United States, Canada, Greenland, Mexico, South Africa, Australia Shire. So yeah. So I was meant to go out, and then I couldn't go out because I've got so things will be explained down the line. Chat's moment night, great. Don't worry about that. But in terms of why I'm still here, this things I can't go into them just yet. I'll go into them nearer the time. But there are things going. There are things. So there's that. But I thought, considering this is the final afternoon tea with Az of 2025. I'm looking at the calendar now. 2026 arrives on Thursday. So got today, Monday, Tuesday, which will be the final real BBC of the year. Wednesday, and then Thursday will be the new year. Ripper the Silverback comes back on the 7th of Janvier. Got to have a good Christmas night with us on the Fab. Yeah, it was. I was. I was only going to be on for a couple of hours. But it was a really good EFAP last night, and I stayed the whole way through. The whole way through. I think I arrived about 20 minutes late, but the whole way. I wasn't even sure what time it even started, so I was kind of chilling out. And then I got a text message from Morley going, the Discord's open. I'm like, okay, what time do we start? Morley was like, we've already started. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. But thankfully, EFAP is off camera, so I could just be in my knickers and bra. So I was just sat here in my knickers and bra doing the EFAP. It was pretty sexy, if I do say so myself. Hold on, I've got to check to see how much time's left on it. Okay, let's just boosh. Let's just extend the heating, shall we? But it was a really good EFAP last night. A bunch more people had played Gollum. So we'd already seen the Joe Danger cut of myself and Metal and Morley play it. And now we're watching like Fringy and Rags and Platoon and Random. Did I forget anyone? Probably. Wolf and Wolf all play Lord of Ring Gollum. And I was the I am so happy I came bottom, but which means I'm top, by the way. I came bottom in doing good at Gollum, which means that I actually won, because it just shows that I didn't give two about that game. And Metal is Lord of Ring Gollum, which means he love it, he bum it, and he bum Gollum. But it did make me purchase a Lord of Ring Gollum for the PS5 sealed, that's going to go into the collection. And the reason for getting that is when I eventually get onto the what they called convention, when I get into the convention circuit to start going into there, I want to get Andy Serkis. I want to go to a convention that Andy Serkis is going to be at, and I want to queue up and get Andy Serkis to sign my Lord of Ring Gollum video game. Then I'm going to sign it. Then I'll get Morley to sign it, and then we're gonna have it. Graded. Then we're gonna have it graded. Who's it been signed by? It's been signed by Andy Serkis. Here's the photo of us together, of him signing it. Myself, because I played it and finishing it. Dan, I'm being so serious here. You need fucking help. You need help. We take the piss out of DSP for having a scat fetish. You have a bigger scat fetish than DSP. I dread to think what Dan Vasc asks his girlfriend to do. I dread it. I dread it. Because all he sends me is fucking poop videos. Just shit. Literal shit videos. Every video is of somebody shitting. And then I just send him videos calling him gay. But that's normal. That's normal stuff. But receiving consistent, it's like I'm worried about. Women, if you're interested in Dan Vasc, don't. I'm warning you now. Don't. He's gonna fucking Vince McMahon. He's gonna ask to Vince McMahon you. He's gonna ask to Brock Lesnar you. Hello, sweetheart. Would you like to go out for a nice meal? Oh, that'd be lovely. Yes. Oh, Dan, that was such a lovely meal. What should we do now? Can I shit on your face? What? Wait, what? Women, run. Run. As fast as you can. As fast as you can. I am not exaggerating. I am not exaggerating. I don't share DMs because that's late and gay. But if I did share, you would be horrified, chat. Horrified. Horrified. I am horrified. I'm mentally scarred. I'm mentally scarred. I'm mentally scarred. Yeah. Poop. 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 Dan's hair. Poop. 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 Gay. I'm amazed that's got nothing to do with poo. I had a bit of, looks like I had a bit of a respite. Oh no, wait, no, poo. Poo. Scrolling up. How many's that so far? It's too many. It's too many is the answer. It's too many. That's not a healthy amount. That's not a healthy amount. Boobies. But there you go. Fucking Brazilians, man. 2026 will be even better. I got plans. I got plans for 2026. I've got my book out here. I've got plans to do a new series on the channel. I'm going to play with that idea. I've got an idea that I put in my book. So I got big plans for 2026. Like I said last week, I told you last week, which by the way was a complete fever dream for me, because I wasn't particularly well last week, and I honestly don't have much of a recollection of the stream or Sunday Fun Day in the slightest. But I needed to get back and do something because I hadn't done something for like 4 days because I've been poorly. And then I did that. And then I couldn't do anything for another couple of days until real BBC. But yeah, so I don't recall much. But I think I told you last week that the first few months of 2026 is going to be a little bit all over the place because there are things going on. But once those things have sorted themselves, then the rest of the year should be like, make it so. Why do you feel like Chatsman doesn't exist? I don't know. I don't give two fucks. You can think what the fuck you want. Why do I need your validation? I don't need your validation. Oh no. Some random on the internet didn't think Chatsman's real. Whatever will I do? There's a lot of weirdos online. There's a lot of weirdos online. Oh. So yeah, so a little bit of a disruptive first few months of 2026, and then boom. Dan knows Chat's mum. Well, Dan knows of Chat's mum. Sworn to secrecy, of course. Private and all that. Chat's mum's very own. Aye. Hi, Noons. How you doing, sweetie, as well? The baby steps game broke as he's going. That's Dan Vask. Oh, I'll do more baby steps this week. It's a good game. I love it. I love it when I get absolutely lost in the sauce. Boobies. I get completely lost in the sauce. Is Noons chat's mum? Maybe it is Noons. I got absolutely lost in the sauce in that game. I was on that fucking desert level for 9 years, and holy cow, I was just like losing my mind at times, losing my fucking mind. 2 pads went to heaven. two controllers. My controller and then my backup controller went to heaven. And then I ended up switching out the backup controller with the PS5 pad, which worked even better because the PS5 controllers. To me, this is one of the best controllers ever made. PS5 controller. Ladies. Yeah, you know. But PS5 controllers, like chef's kiss. And I think I'd gone like a long time without a controller going to heaven. What's the worst controller? The PlayStation 3 controller. The PlayStation 3 controller is the worst controller ever made, ever known to man. I have no idea. I have no idea how the PS3 controller even got made. It is horrendous. The analogs were too slippy. The actual hand grips were too slippy. The hand grips were too small. It was worst controller in the history of gaming, PlayStation 3. And then the PlayStation 4 controller was amazing. When the PS4 controller came around, it was like, blessings. And then the PS5 controller, took everything about the PS4 controller and just made it a little better. Boobies. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We're going to have a very chill show today. Because it's the final one of the year. Just have a nice chill show today. But I am going to look at a couple of things on the box office, though, just to go through a couple of things. Because there's some weird, insane cope that nobody can actually understand why. But there's some insane cope going around at the moment about the Avatar film. But we'll get to it. And as ever, folks, thank you for the super chats and memberships. I will get to those in a little bit, as I always do. We have a little bit of chit chat. Then I'll go through some supers. Then we'll have some more chit chat. Then I'll go through some more supers. And I think today on Sunday Fun Day, I think we're playing a new game today. I think. There's 3 of us today. There's the girls and me. There's Kara, X-Ray, and myself. And I think we're trying something new. Just want to get it. Oh God, chat, you're so boring. Just want to get it fully confirmed, but it could be really good fun. It could be really good fun. I haven't seen Avatar 3. I don't give a shit. Now, X-Ray Girl is at Kara's house, so they're in the same place right now. They're in the same location. Mr. P is currently literally at my mum's house, of course, with my sister and my nephew. So he is not going to be there. And QBG is being flogged by Gary. So he can't. And but I did say to the Sunday Funday crew this week, I said, no pressure, because it's the holiday period, because it's Christmas time. No pressure about this week. If you don't want to do this week, we can whatever and come back in the new year, whatever. But the girls were like, oh no, we're up for it. We're up for it. So I'm like, okay. Okay. What if the girls are up for it? I'm up for it. Let's do it. Let's have a little bit. I want to right. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Well, let's just see what's going around, because there's some apparently some very misleading information about Avatar 3 going around. Now, I will be honest with you, I haven't heard anything positive about Avatar at all. About the third film. A lot of people are saying that the third film is basically just the second film again. And there's very little difference between the two. But apparently there's some cope going around that Avatar 3 has set a new record for box office, which is not true in the slightest. And it's very, but I don't understand why we just get these blatant lie copes. And they did it all with Predator Badlands. They were going on about Predator Badlands is the highest grossing Predator movie of all time. It's not at all. It's not in the slightest. And then there's some coke going around that Avatar 3 is the quickest grossing domestic box office of all the Avatar films, and it's not. It's just anyway. So let me just show you this. Now it's doing fine. It's doing I'd say it's doing very well. After this weekend, it's going to overtake Superman in the worldwide box office. So worldwide, to be on 567 million after your first week and an extra Friday, that's fantastic. So it's doing really good. Now you can see that the international is far outseeding the domestic. So it's another movie that's doing very well in the international marketplace. Who cares? Apparently, some people online. That's who cares. So if we just look, even on the projection, no, it's way ahead of the projected. This is what it was projected. It's gone way ahead of its projected. had a very good Christmas Day. 24 million on Christmas Day on the Thursday. So it had a very good Christmas Day. And sitting at 176 million domestically after 8 days. Now the cope is that's the fastest domestic Avatar to date. Well, let's jump to Avatar: Way of the Water. Do I think it'll? No, I don't. I don't think it'll fall off a cliff at all. I don't think it'll fall off a cliff. It'll have a 50, maybe a 50-something% drop off, but maybe lower, maybe even around 40-something. So I don't think it's going to fall off a cliff in the slightest. But here we go. This is Avatar: The Way of the Water. And here's the domestic, 669 million domestic. It did 1.6 billion internationally for 2.3. But how did Avatar do after 8 days domestically? And again, you'll see there's the projected boosh, way ahead of the projected. So here we go. After 8 days, it was on 217 million. So let's just cross-reference 217 million to 176 million. Which one's higher? Which number's higher, the 217 million or the 176 million? I'm not professing to be a genius at maths, but I'm pretty sure that 217 million is higher than 176 million. But apparently, for some bizarre reason, for some cope reason, some people are wanting to call it the fastest domestic Avatar. These people even know what the fuck's going on. Here's a tweet from Gary, who went to see Avatar last Thursday, I think. And then he posted 4 days later on the Monday, he posted this tweet. It's Monday, and I've completely forgotten everything about Avatar 3. And I believe him. I absolutely believe him. I absolutely believe him. I'm going to see if I can get anything up. That's what she said. Avatar 2 is the third biggest movie of all time. Just FYI. Just FYI. Now, I wonder if that's adjusting for inflation. It's probably not adjusting for inflation, but there we go. But all I care about is Superman is going to fall down another place after this weekend, which we didn't get our dream number because it means that Superman will go into 10th spot and not 11th spot, because unfortunately Wicked for Good died. Absolutely died at the cinema. After that first week, it just died. And we were really counting on Wicked for Good going above Superman. Boo! 2. So Superman will end 10th. But let's just have a look at the top grossing movies of 2025, which will be, what do you mean, unfortunately? Because I wanted it to come number 11. Because Superman by James Gunn is a fucking dog shit film. Absolute crap. Nizar 2 from China. $2.15 billion. $2.15 billion at the box office. Zootopia 2, $1.3 billion already. Lilo and Stitch, $1 billion. A Minecraft movie, $958 million in number 4. Number 5, Jurassic World Afterbirth, $869 million. They will be ecstatic with that. That had a $180 million budget as well, so it made good profit. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle, $714.5 million at number 6. How to Train Your Dragon, number 7, $636 million. F1 the movie. F1 the movie beat Superman. F1 the movie beats it. Anyway, $631.5 million for number 8. Superman currently at number 9, $616.5 million. Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, Final Reckoning, Dead Reckoning Part 2, Final Reckoning Part 1, Mission Impossible 989. Fuck. $598.5 million. But Avatar will go above both of those. Probably F1, probably How to Train Your Dragon, probably potentially Demon Slayer as well. After this weekend's international and domestic have been added together. Which will send at the very least, F1, Superman, and Mission Impossible down. That's just what it is. This list is what it is. This is just what people have decided to spend their money on. We'll see here. We've got Fantastic Four at number... Avatar is currently at number 11. That's going to go higher. Fantastic Four at number 12. Wicked for Good, 13. Conjuring Last Rites, 14. Now, that's great for them. The budget of that, comparative to all the others, very low. Captain America, 15. Thunderbolts, 16. Sinners, 17. Final Destination Bloodlines, 18. Weapons at 19. Huge. 40 million budget on that. So that's made great profit. And The Bad Guys 2, which will get knocked off. That's no, it won't. The Bad Guys 2 at number 20. Snow White, 205. Wow. One battle after another flop, massive flop. Predator Midlands, another massive flop. Uh, 28 years later, probably didn't make any money. It had a 60 million budget. So all depending on what the marketing was, at the very least, this made like a couple of million profit. but that would be it. But not looking good for the 28 million. It was a terrible film. It was a terrible film. Tron Arse. Massive flop. Bridget Jones mad about the who cares? Ballerina, massive flop. Mickey 17, massive flop. Naked Gun flopped, didn't make its money. No idea on the budget of Downton Abbey, by the way. Running Man, tremendous flop. Absolutely tremendous flop. What was the Running Man's budget? I want to see the Running Man 2025 budget. 110 million. $110 million budget. It brought in 68.5. Ouch. So in other words, it lost all of its, and 110 million production, then marketing. So let's say 20 to 30 million in marketing. So that's 130, 140 million. Meaning it had to make about 260 to 280 million to make its money back. Yeah, it lost it all. It lost it all. All of that 130, 140 million gone. And it's gone. The Long Walk, another flop. The Twilight Saga Eclipse 2025 re-release. Dear goodness me. Look at that. Even episode 3. How long was out for? Like 2 days. Made up 55 million more. What the fuck? That's amazing. Until Dawn, another big flop. Dear goodness me. Nobody 2, absolutely horrendously bad film. Horrendously bad. It was awful. Awful film. I liked Nobody. It was good. The ending gets a bit crazy, but I liked it. But this was hot garbage. Megan 2, another huge flop. Anything else that's jumping out here? Yeah, the SpongeBob movie's not got off to a good start. Not got off to a good start at all. Look at that. K-pop Demon Hunters even grabbed a quick 24.5 million. And that's a Netflix movie. Look at that. Even Avatar Way of the Water 2025 re-release grabbed a quick 23 million. Just grabbed another quick 23 million. Boom. Thanks. We'll add that to the list. Thank you. Been a very, very crazy year for films. Crazy year for films. Not necessarily in a good way. It's been a bit of a disaster for movies. Only 2 movies doing over $1 billion. Avatar will go over $1 billion easily. No, that's a done deal. But with only Zootopia and Lilo and Stitch. Zootopia sequel, Lilo and Stitch live action remake. Yeah, the worst Hollywood since 95 or 93, like the worst year in the film since like 1990, not including the COVID year. That's rightfully dismissed as a you know. Don't worry. Demon Slayer came in 6th with 715 million. So yeah, it did absolutely. It's been a horrendous year. Horrendous. Next year, Avengers Doomsday. That's going to be interesting to see how that performs. But I think Brand New Day. I think Brand New Day does better than Avengers Doomsday at the box office. That is my prediction. Now, Avengers Doomsday will get the Christmas push. And it will get the Christmas Day rub. But is it going to be enough? Is it going to be a good film? Doesn't sound like it. Not from our contacts within Marvel. Doesn't sound like it's going to be... Sadie Sink is not playing Rachel Summers. She's playing Jean Grey. That rumor came from that Rob Patrick, whatever, RPK, whatever it is, and he's wrong. She's playing Jean Grey. That's what we've heard. That's what we've heard. She's actually playing Jean Grey. So we'll see. We'll see. But it's funny that a lot of people take that person's scoops as facts, and he's been wrong shitloads of times. Yeah, she's got red hair. She could have played, Mary Jane, but also Jean Grey's red-haired. But at least a redhead's playing a redheaded character. If it turns out to be Rachel Summers, at least it's another sort of redheaded character. But yeah, we're hearing that it's Jean Grey, not Rachel Summers. We're hearing it's Jean Grey. That's what our Marvel peeps are telling us. So we'll see. But that's what we've been told. Red Sonja didn't even pop at the box office. Did it come out? Did Red Sonja come out at the box office, or did it come out in? Oh. It didn't come out in the US box office, did it? It didn't come out in the US. Wasn't it a straight to wasn't it a streaming movie? Am I wrong here? Because I've got a domestic box office of nothing. Select theaters. I've got a domestic box office of not applicable. Here, I'll show you this. This is what's coming up for Red Sonja. Domestic box office not applicable. International box office $234,000. Now I saw this. I think this is available to rent on Amazon at the minute. This is available to purchase on Amazon, but yeah, that's another complete waste of money. Another waste of money. Peaky Blinders movie's coming out next year. That's not Bridget Nielsen. No. No, remember that the actress that was gonna be playing Red Sonja is the actress who plays Ghost in the Marvel movies. And again, you might be saying, who? What? So here's a question. Here's a question. How much? I'm actually going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll, and I'm going to do a generous poll. Okay, how much does make at the box office? Now, I want you to answer this poll. Just be honest. Okay? We can all have our jokes, but we can have those in the chat. But just when you answer this poll, be honest. Be honest. What your gut tells you. What your gut tells you. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna try and be generous here. Yes. Okay, this is a good one. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this final one. Oh my God! Fuck off, YouTube, you piece of shit! YouTube crashed as I was doing the poll because it's fucking dog shit. Fucking dog shit. Fucking useless cunts. Broken for fucking years now. We can't, it just shows they can't fix it. The fucking useless fucking cunts at Google can't fix their own shit. Because it's compounded broken crap. Fuck's sake. Oh, it fucking does my head in. Babies. Okay, let's go again. Oh. Let's go with this. Quickly, get the poll in before the fucking thing breaks again. Then we'll do this. Being very generous here. And then the final option is right. Start poll. Still better than Rumble, though. Yeah. I'm going to tell you something in a second. After I've just gone through this poll with you, I'll go through something with you in a second. So here's the poll. How much money does Supergirl? And I want you to answer this as honestly as possible. Be honest. What does your gut tell you? What does your gut tell you? What do you think? So how much money does Supergirl make at the box office? 1 to 300 million, 300 to 600 million, 600 to 999 million, or 1 billion plus? Now, my answer would be in the 301 to 600. I think this is going to make between 350 to 450 million. That's my guess. Excuse me. My guess is between 350 to 450 million. That's what I think Supergirl is going to make. I don't think it's going to beat Superman. I don't think it's going to come close. I don't think it's going to do particularly well internationally. And I think it's going to do very mid domestically. And I think I'm being generous. And I do think I'm being generous. I couldn't even fucking remember how to speak for a second then. I do think I'm being generous here. But I want to know what you guys and gals think. And it's a 2-horse race at the minute. And let's just say it's not at the top end of the table. But yeah, I tell you what I was honestly thinking, chat. I was honestly thinking about maybe next year I'll start to do for 1 day a week. Just one day a week. I might just do a complete exclusive stream on Kick. Just do for one day a week. Just do a Kick only stream, and just see what that's like. Just see what that's like. Get that set up. I do have a Kick account. It's not heel versus babyface because some fucking wanker stole it. But I'll speak to Kick to see if I can get it back. But my Kick account is real heel versus babyface. But I'm just thinking about doing a 1 day a week just to get away from all the constant fucking crashes on YouTube because it's so shit. And just see if I can, do something there. Have a think about what it would be though. Just have a little bit of a think about what it would be. And do that. Oh, let's do that. Speaking of doing that, let's do that. But at the minute, Kick's just a little bit. I know it pays better, but it's not really to do with the pay. It's more to do with the it's just a little bit more relaxed. You can get away with a little bit more. You don't really have to watch your P's and Q's. You don't have to really watch, So it'd just be somewhere that you can just be a little bit less YouTubey on. And apparently it does fare better in streaming as regards to in terms of YouTube. It doesn't seem to crash or anything anyway. But we'll see. So at the moment, but most 49% of people think that Supergirl is only going to do between 100 to 300 million. 49%, well, 50% think that. 46% think between 301 to 600. Only 2% think 600 to 999 and 1 billion plus each, respectively. Now, I'll tell you what, the people who are putting 100 to 300 million, I'll tell you what, I think they've got a really good shot. I think they've got a really good chance here. You see, if Supergirl is as bad as the fucking trailer makes it look, And I personally think it's going to be worse. But particularly if this is like a 2-hour plus movie. If it gets off to a sluggish start, let's say it does 60 million domestic. Let's say it does 60 million international. Let's say it has an opening weekend of 120 million worldwide. Now, I don't think Lobo's going to save shit. I find Rumble's just too political. It's too political, and I don't think it's legit either. I don't think that the viewership on Rumble's legit in the slightest. Well, nobody's going to see Supergirl because Millie Alcock's in it. Okay, she's not a box office draw. Nobody knows who Lobo is outside of DC fans and comic book fans. That's just by the by. It's not a diss on Lobo. It's just he's not a mainstream character. There'll be a lot of Wikipedia Lobo fans out there. But let's just say it does 60 million domestic and 60 million international on its opening weekend. Does about 120 million worldwide after its opening weekend. Okay? Let's just play with that figure for now. Could do a lot better than that. Could do a lot worse than that. But let's just play with that. If the movie's not good and it has a 60 to 65% drop off the next week, I think it's very possible. I think that's very possible. The numbers I've given, I think, are very possible. But let's say the movie's not very good and it has a 60 to 65% drop off the next week. It's not going to hit 300 million. It won't hit 300 million. So the people who have put 100 to 300 million, there is a scenario that could easily work for that to happen. There is this legit. I think there's going to be an exorbitant amount of marketing around this movie. Exorbitant. I think they're going to be desperate for the movie to try and do something. And I think we're going to get saturated with Supergirl, blah, blah, blah. Supergirl will be a Barbie and he'll do he'll do over a billion. Okay. 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 Yeah. You should. Sure thing, dude. Sure thing, dude. Yeah. How much did Barbie do at the box office again? Let's have a look. It was over $1 billion. What was it? 1.3? It was about 1.3 billion, Barbie. Was it a little bit higher? Let's have a look. I can't remember anymore. Oppenheimer did just below $1 billion. It did 1.45 billion at the box office, did Barbie. 1.45 billion. I'm absolutely convinced Supergirl can do that. Now we just have to move the decimal point. Just move that decimal point. Just one across. Just one across. But I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right. Okay. Fuck. Jeez, that's so insane, Cope. Yeah. Okay, so Supergirl coming out around about when Spider-Man comes out, and also Odyssey as well. So I believe that Supergirl's also going to be surrounded by Spider-Man on the Odyssey, which is going to harm its box office and not help its box office. So good luck with that. I'm sure he'll do huge. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Az. Thank you for helping make this year great. Hey, no worries, dude. No worries at all. I was at my favorite comic shop, and this guy was going on about how great the Superman film was and how he hopes the Gunverse continues. It's worse than people are referring it to. It's worse that people are referring. No, it's fine. The Gunverse. It's James Gunn. It was the Snyderverse, Saxon. There's nothing wrong with it being referred to as the Gunverse. It is his vision. He's ultimately responsible for what comes out. It's between Despicable Me and Toy Story, is it? Despicable Me, that'll probably do very well. Toy Story 5 will do very well. Hey, Carl Hauser, how you doing? I've got big ass cotton mouth today. How long will the Gunverse last compared to Snyderverse? That's a very interesting question. So far, we've had one James Gunn movie, Superman, underperformed at the box office. Whether you liked it or didn't like it is utterly irrelevant. It didn't perform as they wanted it to at the box office. Using their numbers of 220 million production budget and 110 million marketing budget, which comes to 330 odd million. 120. Is it two? Yeah. Put it this way. Using their numbers for the production budget and marketing, the film needed to hit about 700 million to break even. It hit 616. It lost money. They tried to big it up because, of course, they were selling Warner. Why do you think they were lying about how it was performing? They were selling Warner. So the first movie that they've got out there has not been received particularly well. The next movie that's coming along, Supergirl. I think Supergirl's legitimately up against it. I think it's a terrible move to put Supergirl straight after Superman. That is really poor planning. The fact that this second movie isn't a Batman movie is insane. But DC had messed everything up anyway by having The Batman come out, then announce James Gunn, then have all that stuff. It's a complete mess. The whole of the Gunverse is a complete mess. Creature Commandos, nobody saw that. That came out as a cartoon before Superman. Peacemaker season 2 was a disaster. It didn't even pop a rating for them on streaming. Hey, Enrique, I'll get to the super chat soon, but I see you and thank you. I see you and thank you. And we'll get to you super soon. Then we've got Supergirl, and I don't think that's going to perform well. Then we've got Clayface. Clayface is going to be the next movie after that. I think that's going to be really up against it. Now, Clayface, much lower budget. I think Clayface has only got a $50 million budget. But it's really going to be up against it. Then, after Clayface, it's going to be Man of Tomorrow. which is gonna be a Superman / Lex Luthor. So the James Gunn verse is Superman, Supergirl, Clayface, Superman is back. That's not called a DC universe. That's called a saturation of Superman or super. And I don't think it's going to go down well. I don't think it's going to go down well. So, how long does the Gunverse last? Well, if Supergirl fails at the cinema, it's already in massive trouble. Clayface is up against. I don't know what Earth Clayface is going to do. Right for now, I can't predict anything for Clayface. I really can't. And then Man of Tomorrow is probably not going to do great. It's probably going to do less than Superman. And again, if Man of Tomorrow is operating on the $220 million budget, 100 million marketing, you know, and it's going to be looking at 650, 700 million again to break even. I don't think it's going to do it. So you could, in theory, have your first 4 DC Gunn movies all lose money. I think Clayface has got to be spectacularly bad to lose money. I think it's the only one that stands a chance of making profit. But your big movies, because Clayface it's the only reason why Clayface is getting made is because there's a finished script. That's the only reason why it's getting made. But in terms of Gunn's films, Superman, Supergirl, Man of Tomorrow, they all stand a very good chance of all losing money. All of them. Then let's say Netflix has closed its sale, right, of Warner. Netflix has closed down its sale of Warner. Netflix now own all of this. And Netflix going to continue it after a loss on, let's say, 3 of the 4 movies. Now, Netflix do have a lot of money. And they do have a lot of money to burn. But do they really want to keep putting out a loss leader? Well, I'd say James Gunn is shouldn't be as. I think he's projecting an image of confidence that isn't truly there. That isn't truly there. I think he's really up against it. And he's really up against it because I think James Gunn is making films for himself. I don't think he's making... Jay, I don't want to DM you. I don't want to fucking talk to you, all right? You're not the fucking main character here, dude, all right? You're not the main fucking character here. Move along, sir. Weirdo. Fucking hell. Hello, I'm the main character. No, you're not. Fucking fuck off. Move on. Jesus Christ. I think James Gunn's making films for himself. I don't think he's making films for fans. I don't think he's making films for people. He set his stall out very early when he was talking about what he was going to do with his universe. Everything that he said when he's referring to something, everything he said was, I like this. I like this. We're doing this because I like this. And he had such a mess of a layout. We're going to have Superman. Then we're going to have the Authority, which isn't even DC. It's Wildstorm, and DC bought Wildstorm. So they assimilated it into them. So it wasn't even DC really to begin with. We're going to do that. Then we're going to do Batman, Brave of the Bold. And Robin, we're going to have as Damian Wayne, who's like the fifth Robin. He's not even a first Robin. He's the fifth Robin. You got Dick Grayson. You got Jason Todd. You got Tim Drake. You got Stephanie Brown. Then you've got Damian Wayne. But why did he want the Damian Wayne Robin? Because he liked the Grant Morrison offbeat, drug-induced Batman run that he did. So everything that he was announcing was because he personally liked those iterations. I don't think he was the right choice to run this thing in the first place. I really don't. So instead of thinking about what would the fans want, how do we plan this out in a coherent way? What would make the most sense? Which are the major characters to build this DC universe around? Instead of doing that, it was just, what do I want? These are my toys. I'm going to play with them. And I think that's the wrong attitude to have from the get-go. Very much considering when you think about when Henry Cavill announced that he would be returning as Superman, and then within a couple of months he had to turn around and say, well, I'm not anymore because James Gunn's taken over, and James Gunn wants to bring his own Superman in. And then James Gunn said, well, the reason why I'm not going to continue with Henry Cavill is because I'm starting things from scratch. So everybody needs to be younger. But then he's talking about a Batman with the fifth Robin. Nothing made sense. Nothing made sense. At all. At all. So how long does Gunn go for? Who knows? But if Man of Tomorrow is another flop, let's just put it this way, right? What happens if Man of Tomorrow is a flop, but the Batman 2 is a success? Then you've got yourself in such a tism, because you would have what's my jiggy? The guy who's doing the Batman. My brain's gone dead. You would have his Batman universe doing well. Matt, what's his name? Matt Reeves, that's it. I knew it was Matt something, I couldn't remember. Yeah, Matt Reeves. So you'd have Matt Reeves' Batman doing well and James Gunn's universe failing. Now, the fact that there's two different universes on the go at the same time at this moment in time is just stupid. It's stupid. When Gunn took over, everything should have been wiped. Everything should have been wiped. It's so confusing to an audience. And although social media can pretend that they know everything about these characters because they go onto Wikipedia, they read a couple of paragraphs and then pretend that they do, the truth of the matter is they don't. And audiences don't know who the fuck Blue Beetle is. They don't know who the fuck half of Lobo is. They don't know who the fuck Lobo is, you know? They don't know who Booster Gold is. They probably don't even know who, for the most part, don't even know who Hal Jordan is. Or John Stewart, or you know, they'd have, I guarantee you they don't know who John fucking Stewart. This is the normal, regular person out there. And they need to be, they don't, yeah, Clayface, right? They know who Joker is. A lot of people know who Joker is because of Batman and because Joker is a legitimate pop culture icon. Clayface, even characters like Two-Face, they haven't made that leap to pop culture icon that characters like Joker has. So do people really know who Clayface is? No, they don't. Do they really know who Kara Zor-El is? No, they don't. Do they know who the Engineer is? No, they haven't got a fucking clue. I don't know shit about the Engineer. The Engineer is a fucking Wildstorm character. I don't care. I have no interest. Do they know who Mr. Terrific is? No. Do they know who Guy Gardner is? No. Do they know who Hawkgirl is? No. And yet, both DC and Marvel have been guilty of just trying to throw characters out there that people have no idea about. And then thinking, because this comes under the banner of DC or Marvel, people will just go see it because brand. People are mindless consumers of brand. Doesn't work like that. There has to be a hook. There has to be an interest for somebody to go. There has to be a motivation for somebody to go to the cinema and part with their money. You can't just say, this is Dr. Fate, a DC character, go to the cinema. They don't have a clue who Dr. Fate is. They know who Pierce Brosnan is. Well, some of them do. But they don't know who Dr. Fate is. The Atom, Hawkman, Black Adam. But nobody knows. Most normies have no idea who Black Adam is, but they do know The Rock. So you're selling it on The Rock. You're not selling it on Black Adam. You're selling it on The Rock. And here's the surprise, folks. The Rock isn't a box office draw. He isn't. His box office body of work is not an impressive resume. More people knew what Jumanji was as opposed to who The Rock was. Most people probably knew who Jack Black was as opposed to an interest in The Rock. But you got Peacemaker, it's just John Cena. It's working and operating off John Cena. You got to earn these characters. These characters have got to earn their spots. That's why derivative characters, for the most part, fail. Because derivative characters are simply operating on the elements of the main character that they were molded upon. But without doing a lot of the legwork that's actually required to make that character likable and stand on their own 2 feet. So these tertiary characters, because they're not even secondary characters for the most part. Most of these characters are tertiary characters. These tertiary characters haven't even earned any place at the cinema because they haven't earned a place in pop culture. They've not managed to even break into pop culture. So if you want to build on a tertiary character then that tertiary character has to be really well written and put in a position in that film that they can grow. And that growth doesn't necessarily mean in just one film. It might be over a series of a couple of 3 movies, a trilogy arc. But just whacking these characters in and going, brand, doesn't work. That's why Captain Black Falcon America hasn't worked. It's why Yelena hasn't worked. It's why Ironheart hasn't worked. Because you can't just have derivative and say, hey, you got to like them because of them. Doesn't work that way. People aren't that stupid. People aren't that dumb. People have their own minds. People don't just like character because they are a derivative of a character you liked. I got big time cotton mouth today. I don't know what it is. Maybe I've got to lay off the cocaine. I don't know. Or maybe it's the H or the morphine. It's one of the 2. It's one of the 3. It's one of the 5. Maybe it's the Oxycontin pills. I don't know. All right, let's just end this poll because I want to put up another poll. How much money does Supergirl make at the box office? Between 1 to 300 million, 52%. Between 3 to 600, 42%. 1 billion plus 4%. 600 to 999, 2%. So 94% of people don't think Supergirl's going to do over 600 million. Well, that's not actually true. That's not actually true. Because 52 don't think it's going to go over 300 million. But 94% of the voting was in the 100 to 600 million bracket. So here, let me stick up another poll and then I'll go into some supers. We'll make a dent into some of these supers. How much money does at the box office? And we'll do exactly the same parameters just purely for consistency's sake. Add option quickly before it crashes. And then, okay, so new poll is how much money does Doomsday make at the box office? How much money does Doomsday make at the box office? Right, let's jump into some super duperies while that's going on. First up, we have Teddy. Teddy has been a member for 43 months. Teddy, thank you. Appreciate you. And Teddy with a £2 says, thank you for every as and the FNT BBC crew. Hey, you're welcome, dude. Boobies, you're welcome. Blair Anderson with a 16-month membership. Blair, thank you very much. And Calioth with a $2 says, Az is waiting for the housekeeper for coffee and a BJ. That's not quite true. No, do you know something? Actually, I have not had a coffee in 8 days. I'm 8 days without coffee. True story. True story. Quite funny. Well, Clay with a €6 says, quite funny what's happened to Jim Sterling over the years. He admits he has mental issues, so go figure. Look, back in the day, I used to watch a bit of Jim Sterling, you know. I used to watch a bit of Jimquisition. I thought he had some very interesting ideas on the gaming industry. And I thought he was a very good consumer advocate for customers. And he just went fucking mental. Absolutely mental. Yeah, just went fucking nuts. Just went absolutely insane. So yeah, and has suffered accordingly because of it. But you know, it's crazy, and it's just a shame. It is a shame because I think I legitimately think he was a very good consumer advocate back in the day. Really do. He was somebody who was speaking what we would class as truth to power. And then, you get mixed up in identity politics, and it is identity politics is rooted in mental illness. That's where it's rooted in. That's its root cause. It's not, there's nothing sane here, And there's an unfortunate, I think the best word to use is trend. There's an unfortunate trend going on with identity politics in as much as, and as I myself, I've worked in an industry that has dealt with people who have legitimate gender dysmorphia. And those people I have all the empathy in the world for and sympathy in the world for. Because they know they have gender dysmorphia, and they know the gender that they are, and they wish they were the other gender, and they try to live like the other gender, but the tragic, I mean, it is a tragedy. The tragic element is, of course, this is why it has such a horrendous suicide rate. Because ultimately you can try all the superficial things under the sun, but you still know. And that's why it has such a tragic self-deletion rate, because these are people who are legitimately suffering from mental illness. So it's such a disgusting thing that something like the trans movement, gender dysmorphia, etc., gets taken over as a trend. He's gay, gets taken over by a trend, and then it all becomes this fucking dumb fuck pronoun shit, and everyone's on fucking pills and hormones, and it just escalates and escalates, and it's all rooted in mental illness. But it's I got my own shit to worry about. Yeah, there's a big difference between transgender and transtrender. There's a massive difference between the two. Because 99.9% of people claiming to be trans on the internet are not in the slightest. Oh, you see, look, YouTube crashed again. I just managed to get the second poll out before it did. Fucking useless shite. Blair Anderson with a $5 says Dan Vass needs to lose mod status on all channels. until he finishes Man Buns Are Gay. Yeah, Dan, where's Man Buns Are Gay, dude? Where's Man Buns Are Gay, you lazy shit? Hasn't crashed for you at all today, Lady Aaron. Fucking, you've just tempted fate, love. You've just tempted fate. Blair, I absolutely agree with you. Maybe the next time he speaks, I'll take it away. Jack Sparrow with a 40 yen says, what stuff are you excited to watch or play in 2026? There's a few RPGs coming out in 2026 that I'm interested in. There's the Gothica remake. There's that Dawn. What's Imijiggy called? From the people who made The Witcher. Dawnstalker. Is it Dawnstalker? Something like that. But there's a few RPGs that are coming out in 2026 that look interesting. Resident Evil Requiem, Resident Evil 9. Really looking forward to Resident Evil 9. That's February. Dawn Walker, that's it. I think that's February for Resident Evil. And I'm sure there's more stuff. Crimson Desert. Yeah, Crimson Desert's another one that I've got my eye on. That's another one that I've got my eye on. Crimson Desert. Yeah. Lords of Fallen 2. Yep. There's quite a few games. There's definitely quite a few games which I'm interested in. Films, that's a different kettle of fish. Street Fighter 2. I'm looking forward to Street Fighter 2. Brand New Day could be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. And I guess else, Odyssey. I'm interested to see how well the Odyssey plays out. But I do have concerns about that film. Calioth with the $2 says 2026, the year of Gran's Engine Factory. She's Korean, not Chinese. Come on, man. David Smart Jr. with the $5 says, as you really dodged a bullet with that Stranger Things. Holy shit. And thanks for the content. What's your favorite movie of 2025? I tried. I got 10 minutes into season 5 and I was done. I was 10 minutes in and I'd already seen enough. But yeah, from all intents and purposes, I have just seen the whole of the internet turn on season 5. My Instagram reels are just full of people absolutely mocking the shit out of Stranger Things 5. Everybody is just mocking it. From Will's fucking I'm gay scene through to Eleven's consistent fucking face. She's just like in every scene. What people saying? Her aura face, her aura farming face, or whatever it is. But yeah, it looks like season 5 is a fucking disaster. I think Lady Aaron, I don't think a lot of the kids are good actors, to be honest with you. I really don't. My favorite film of 2025 has to be Weapons. My favorite movie, I think, it has to be Weapons. Weapons was a great. I really enjoyed Weapons. That was a lot of fun. Kung Fu Hot Dog with a £5 says, as you've talked the talk, but will you walk the walk? and meet up with Geeks and Gamers and Gary in 2026 for the ultimate event that's bigger than Doomsday? Probably not. I mean, Geeks and Gamers, they're all just gay, aren't they? Just fucking gay. Where they meet, Blue Oyster Bar. Snacks with a $2 has got surprised with Balrog Lego set. 6 hours to build. Nice. 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 But 2027, okay. VH has been a member for 17 months. VH, thank you. And a lot of letters. And J-Rex has been a member as well. Thank you, J-Rex, for becoming a member. Well, they've been a member for 50 months. So they're remembering. Thank you, J-Rex. I never saw Sinners. Most of the stuff I saw at the cinema I was hugely disappointed with. But Weapons, I loved, and I actually went back to the cinema. I think I saw Weapons twice or thrice at the cinema. Because I really, really enjoyed it. Calioth with the $2 is apparently third Avatar has child deletion themes. So I'm hearing. And some Navi tentacle. Anyway, moving on. Carl Hauser with a 10 Canadian says, good morning, as I love my Fans Toys Galvatron 2.0. I mean, it's a great piece of work. Very sturdy, very accurate. My best piece until Fortress Maximus comes. Did an unboxing stream last night. Love you, bro. Happy New Year. Yeah, the 2.0 Galvatron is chef's kiss. It's absolutely fantastic. That back is so fucking tight. It's so tight. It's really, really good. It's really, really good. There was a few questions, people were kind of like, why are they doing a Galvatron 2.0? And then when you got the Galvatron 2.0, you were like, I get this. Yeah, the Galvatron 2.0 is spot on. Spotus on us. Calioth with a $2 says, that's 50,222 before inflation. Well, all of the Avatar 2 money, apart from what it made this year in the re-release, is subject to inflation. Carl Hauser with the 2 Canadian says, can you do a re-review of Karen, please? I've already done a review of Karen. I can't do a re-review. I can't do a re-review. There's already a review on the channel. There's already a review on the channel for Karen. When did I do that? When was that? I even broke it up into 2 parts. February 2022. So it's nearly 4 years old. Holy shit. 17th of February 2022. Karen, the worst movie ever made, part 1. 30-minute video. 21st of February 2022. 4 days later, Karen, the worst movie ever made, part 2. 52 minutes long. Now, I don't like to reference myself on the channel. Comes across very egocentric. But in this occasion, let's just grab any old point. Fucking hell, look rough as bollocks there. Let's just grab any old point here. Oh, you were at a nice restaurant the other day. Admittedly, Karen got you kicked out for giggling. But it doesn't seem like you're hurting for a couple of bob, or the way that you were laughing away. It doesn't seem that your life is in any way, shape, or form, one of perpetual finances before you bought the fucking house. There! So Malik's just like, I'm going to storm out in a huff because the next scene's going to be stupid. So Malik he storms out and he's walking around the neighborhood smoking a spliff. He wants to make sure he gets nice and aromaed up for the next day that he's talking to
fucking look rough as fuck in that. Holy shit, there's some rough as fuck looking ass there, guys. Woof. But there is nearly an hour and a half. There's nearly an hour and a half. Look, I've got to get that down. Nearly an hour and a half of that. The weight loss shows so much. Yeah, it kind of does when you look at that image to this image. Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, that's a rough. But now there's an hour and a half of Karen Kohlhauser. That's enough for anyone. Certainly enough for me. Crimson Shadow with a £3 super sticker, fist bump right at you. Right at you, Cleopatra. Bang, gotta get that bang. Calioth with a $5 is looking for a fun and vintage comic book movie from all places. Disney. Check out Condor Man. When one could laugh at old spy films. Condor Man, that's got what's his name in that played Frank Spencer. What's his name? I've seen Condor Man. Who was the guy that played Frank Spencer? Betty, I think I done a wee. Michael Crawford, that's it, yeah. Is it Condor Man's Michael Crawford, isn't it? From what I can remember. Enrique Caro with a 7-month membership. Thank you, Enrique. Alino or Alan Octavian Moldovan with a membership for 15 months says happy holidays as Merry Christmas. Also, does Supergirl have any draw? She's meh. Superman didn't bring in the crowds. Why would she? DC is shooting herself in the foot. I don't think she does. I don't think she has draw power. No. As a character, no. Nah. This is why I don't. This is why, you know, I can easily see it doing between 350 to 450, and I could see it doing less. But I think my gut's telling me between 350 to 450. But if it did 350 to 450, I think for Supergirl, that's not bad. Based on the character. Now, the budget needs to reflect that. So the budget of the film's got to be around 50 million. Not 200, not 180, not 150. It's got to be around 50 for a Supergirl movie. And then if it does 350 to 450, brilliant. It's done. It's over exceeded. But does Supergirl have the ability to do no, I don't know. I don't see that in the slightest, man. There's so much weird gaslighting going online. And then there's reality. Senor Nasuno with a $5 says, greetings as. I was always curious if the studios roll free passes and screenings into the total box office, thus artificially inflating the numbers. No, because the box office begins on preview night. So the box office begins when it opens to the public. So it doesn't take into account any pre-screenings, free screenings. It's only when it gets opened up to the public does the preview night click in. The official release for an audience. And Enrique Caro with a
100 euro super chatter.
Hi, Az. Today I enter the 50-year club. Brother, welcome. Welcome. Cometh here. Cometh here and join me. Thank you for another year of laughter, although nothing can beat the Schlurpo streaming. Happy 26, pal. Happy 26 to you as well. Good to meet a fellow half a century on this year. Another person who joined the half century club this year. But I look pretty. I am pretty. Oh, so pretty. Pretty and happy and gay. Wait, what? Wait, what? D Watt has become a member at the for 24 months. Thank you, D Watt. Enrique, by the way, Enrique, seriously, big money. €100, big cash. Thank you, man. Malcolm Tucker with a $10 says, just one more thing. We were talking Star Trek actors in Columbo last week, but we forgot a very important one. Khan Ricardo Montalban was also in an episode of Columbo, A Matter of Honor. Yes. Now, I've been rewatching Columbo, and I've just purchased season 5. And he's either in season 5 or season 6. But yeah, that's the bullfighting one, isn't it? That's the bullfighting one. I've got $1 billion wrong. Oh, no. 1. Oh, it's $1 million. Well, it's meant to be $1 billion. Is it going to do 1 million plus? Yes, I think it will do more than $1 million. Yes. That should be 100%. Yeah, I just noticed that. I did it. I did it in the last one as well. I suffer from numerical dyslexia. Dr. Gordo's been a member for 28 months. Dr. Gordo, thank you. Pre-dawn corpses with a $2 says he's gay. He likes men. Jack Sparrow with a 40 yen. Will we get GTA 6 in 2026 or another delay? I think it's going to hit 2026. I would put it this way. I wouldn't be surprised if it's delayed to 2027, but I think we'll see it hit in 2026. Kroom with a 2-month membership. Thank you. That's a game I'm looking forward to. Legit looking forward to GTA 6. Big time. Sandy Q has been a member for 56 months, is closing in on 5 years. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, just a few months. I bet they make it that you can't drive through the Pride marches. But if you could. Anyway. Harry Brownhole with the 2 Canadian says T2 and Aliens, still good humans. Avatar 3, bad humans bad. Yeah, I mean, every movie's humans bad. Humanity bad. We're all bad. It's such a nihilistic fucking. Oh God, I hate to say it. I'm gonna have to say it. It's such a boring nihilistic take on humanity. Everything's nihilistic. Humans bad. Blue people so nice. Capitalism bad. Please go see my movies so it makes money. Shut up. Capitalists make film to make money, preaching capitalism bad. David Smart Jr. with a $5 says, Sinners is trash. I watched and own every vampire movie known to man. And I think 30 Days of Night is the GOAT of vampire movies. Most terrifying. Ooh. Okay. Jack Sparrow with 100 yen says activists in comic book fandom are leaving and now joining the anime manga fandom. It feels great to see lesser numbers of activists in comic book fandom. To be honest with you, I don't really know. To be honest with you, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care because mainstream comics has just been raped. It's just been raped. They've done their job. They've annihilated the heart and the core out of it. The characters which they've created are still hanging around like a fucking Klingon shit, like a clinger on shit. And now other writers are trying to legitimize these characters, and it's not fucking working. Like, was it like Bo DeMeo, who's the guys that Bo DeMeo said some good stuff. He's also said some fucking retarded stuff. I mean, we all do. But he was like, Chip Zdarsky's Batman run was seminal. It's like, fucking fuck off, it was. Matt Fraction's Batman run is seminal. Matt Fraction's done 3 fucking Batman comics. You can't call that a seminal fucking run. It's fucking... And one of them was fucking Tim Drake's boyfriend berating Batman. It's like, fuck off. I hate to say this. Well, I don't hate to say this because it's true. But the sooner all the gay shit gets thrown out of stuff, the better stuff's going to be. It really is. Get rid of all this stupid, every fucking character's been turned gay shite out. Put the characters back to how they were. Not that you can put the toothpaste back in the bottle because you've already ruined these characters now. But the amount of characters which have been ruined thanks to these fucking idiots, they're done. So it doesn't matter if they've moved on. They're all done. They've done their dirty work. Tim Drake's now ruined. Jonathan Kent's ruined. Fucking Bobby, Iceman, ruined. Fucking Aqualad, ruined. They're all ruined characters. So these guys, they're all done. They've done their job. They've made everyone hate their fucking heroes. Just get all this gay shit out of here. Everything needs a hard reset. Everything just needs a hard fucking reset. Malcolm Tucker with a $5 says, yes, it is the bullfighting one. I have them all on DVD. I've got it all on DVD plus the 2 pilot movies, and I also own them on Amazon as well. On digital on Amazon, so I can just watch them anytime if I'm oot and a boot. All right, hey, Jack. Okay, so Jack says, would you take up the challenge to write some of these characters yourself? Maybe you end up making some absolute peak. Okay, right. So let's just say, Jack, for arguments, let's just play the game, right? DC phone me up and they say, hey, as YouTube crashes for a 3rd time, we'd love you to write Tim Drake. We'd love you to write Tim Drake, right? Would you come on board? We're starting a new ongoing. We'd love you to start writing Tim and go for it. I'd be honest. I'm not even kidding here. I'd be like, I don't think so. No. Because they've already destroyed Tim. Tim's done. Tim one day woke up and went, do you know what? I fancy sucking somebody's cock just out of fucking nowhere. Just out of fucking nowhere. Absolute nowhere. 30 years of a great character. 30 years of seeing things from Tim's perspective because he had his ongoing for 187 fucking issues. Then he had Red Robin. Then he's been in all the other fucking Batman books as well. Then he's had essentially a 30-year relationship with Stephanie Brown. James Tynion IV in Detective Comics made them have a great arc, getting them back together again. And then some queer writer comes on to write Tim Drake. And guess what? Tim's sucking dick now. Oh, do you know what? Oh, what a beautiful day. Do you know what? Time to fucking suck a dick. That's it. Character ruined, gone. Because some narcissistical fucking freak job thought that their personal sexuality needed to be implanted onto Tim Drake because they cannot see things from Tim's perspective. They need Tim to see from their perspective because that's 90% of writers today. The character must see things through my eyes and not vice versa. That's why writing for the most part on fucking mainstream is garbage now. Garbage. This is my worldview. They will see it through their eyes. So what would I do? Tim Drake wakes up and goes, oh, do you know what? I don't fancy sucking cock today, but I did yesterday. You can't do that. You can't do that. The toothpaste is out the tube. Tim Drake's ruined. The toothpaste is out the tube. It's ruined. Same with Jonathan Kent. Jonathan Kent, who was aged up so he could suck dick. And I don't mean Grayson. Which in itself is exceedingly disturbing when you think about it. Holy shit. Holy shit. So the answer would be, it'd just be, you know, it'd be a no, because God damn it, I just walked in. It'd just be a waste of time. They've already ruined the characters. They've already ruined the characters. Gore Weaver and Armed and Hammered with a
$50 super chatter.
Says Happy New Year and thanks for the laughs. Hey, no problem. It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. Thanks you for slamming a $50 on the counter. See, that is the unfortunate truth, and that's the unfortunate thing is these characters have been, for the most part, tainted beyond repair. And the only way that they can get any semblance of getting back to being a legitimate character again is a hard reset. And DC aren't going to do a hard reset across the board. They're not going to do that. I think DC should have done that years ago. I think DC should. The New 52 should have been a complete hard reset. Everything goes back to year one. But no. Because remember, once a character goes bisexual, that's it, the gay. That's it, the gay now for good. Pre-Dawn Corpses have been a member for 9 months. Thank you, Pre-Dawn Corpses. Jack Sparrow with a €40 says Netflix buys Warner Brothers. What happens to its physical media? Buy it now. Because Netflix aren't going to produce any physical media. Or it's going to be severely limited. It's going to be severely limited. So if I was you, I would get buying up your physical media because it's on its way out. And pre-dawn corpses with a $5 is gays for groomers. He's a botanist. Fucking hell. In case you want to know what that reference is, chat, the quartering was at Amfest. Love you, Jeremy. The quartering was at Amfest, and he had a guest for Gays Against Groomers, which, by the way, is a great account on Twitter. Just a bunch of gay people fighting against the fucking weirdos. And Jeremy had one of them set up for an interview. And instead of saying Gays Against Groomers, he kept, because he did it multiple times, he kept referring to it as Gays for Groomers. We got Sansa coming on from Gays for Groomers. You're like, oh. Jeremy, Gays Against Groomers, not for groomers, you fucking idiot. Let's get some water bottles out. There's one water bottle's just gone flying. Fucking Gays for Groomers. But he didn't, it wasn't like a, hey, look, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all misspeak. But he just kept saying it. He just kept saying it. Gays for Groomers. Gays for Groomers. Oh, get that down me throat. There we go. Boom. Thank you, pre-dawn corpses. Right. Is there anything else I need to do? No. Do you know what I need? Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Oh my God. Okay. You want to see something obscenely wholesome? Obscenely wholesome. Somebody has just sent this to me on Twitter. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. That RP is the cutest thing that my heart. My heart. Hello? Hello? Who are you? Hey? Who are you? What's your name? Hey? What's your name? You're a good kitty. Who's a good kitty? That's pretty ridiculous. That's pretty ridiculous. Aww. Thank you for sharing that with me. As a cat daddy and a dog dad, but as a cat dad, the cat lost interest 2 minutes ago. No, it's funny. It's so funny seeing Hannah's face reactions to what Jeremy says. Just the look of terror and horror in her eyes half the time is priceless. Anyway, right. I think we're gonna end it there because I'm gonna go off and watch Crystal Palace play football. And fingers crossed beat Spurs today, but I don't know. We're not in the greatest run of form right now. Lasai. But I am going to be back for Sunday Fun Day at 6 p.m. So massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. Mods, thank you for giving up your free time. Everybody, throughout the whole year, who has super chatted, membered, remembered, thank you so much indeed for supporting the channel in 2025. I will be back next week in 2026 for Afternoon Tea with Az. Until then, have a fantastic new year if I don't see you beforehand. Goodbye, Belubu.